Hi, welcome to the Blueshirts corner. So the Rangers are going to be taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it looks like they might be extending that winning streak over to 9 games. This is something incredible. Like, this team manages to come away with these wins. They refuse to lose in a sense, and it's good to see that the Rangers right on top of the NHL. They're in first overall, but they're also tied in points with the Dallas Stars. So if the Rangers pull off a win today, we're looking at the best team in the entire NHL right now. Like, they're the hottest team right now. They're on an 8-game winning streak. I mean, well, what more could you ask for this from this team? And it's good to see that Ronta's getting the start tonight. So I want to see if Ronta can continue this impeccable goaltending. Like, he's been so outstanding for us as a backup, and I'm like ecstatic just seeing that he's playing. Usually, you'll be expecting Talbot to be in net, and it just kind of sucks that we had to trade away Talbot. It really does, and the fact that we have Ronta, just filling in for him pretty much, just it makes up for it. Ronta's growing. I'm finding a spot for this guy in my heart. He's really winning me over. Like, he's been so impressive. Like, to have a shutout in your first game as a Ranger, and he hasn't lost yet. Like, that's what I love about this guy. He refuses to lose as the backup. So, let's tip our caps, once more to Benoit Lair for finding this guy. Like, he's the one that told Jeff Gorton that we need this guy, and it's okay if we trade Talbot, because I have a few goaltenders in mind, and one of those goaltenders was Ronta, and it looks like we didn't skip a beat. Like, once again, the Rangers managed to build a team and stay within the salary cap and make it work. So this is something we should all be just in ecstasy about. The fact that our team, we got guys waiting to play. Like, the fact that Dominic Moore had to sit out 2 games and he finally got to play yesterday. Because of how good Emerson Edom has played. He hasn't scored goals, but he's had assists, and he's been good on the forecheck. Like, for a fourth line guy, he's been pretty good. And the fact that we traded Hagelin for him, I was upset when we traded Hagelin. I mean, that's a big move for me. It's like I'm still missing Hagelin in a sense, but it was a move that had to be done, and to see that Emerson Edom could play in the NHL really makes me happy. Because there was a time where we drafted Hagelin, and I wasn't even sure if he was ever going to play for the Rangers. And he manages to come up and play in 2012 there, and basically steal our hearts. Like, and it broke our hearts when we had to trade him. But Emerson Edom, the guy is growing on me. He autographed my jersey, and it's sitting with me. Like, it really is. Like, this guy, he's becoming one of those guys that I'm relying on, and I'm looking forward to him playing some games. Not at the expense of Dominic Moore, though. I'm hoping Dominic Moore is going to be in the lineup tonight. It hasn't been announced necessarily, but it's kind of. It's kind of, inevitable. Like, I mean, there's no way you can't play Dominic Moore. Like, he has to be in the lineup. He's been in this league, played 700 games. Okay, like, the guy's a veteran, and to not have him in the lineup it's kind of dumb in a sense. But I just know come playoff time that Dominic Moore, like, this guy is going to be on the team. Like, he's going to be playing if we don't trade him, and I'm really hoping we don't trade this guy, like, because he really, like, the fact that he was drafted, played a couple of years, and then we trade him away, and he manages to come back, like, after his wife dies, that to me is something big. Like, I really, like, that made me really have respect for this guy. Like he came back and he's played the most games in his career with the Rangers. So to me, he's a Ranger. Like this guy is going down as a New York Ranger in his career. Like he's played a few, for a few teams now. Like I think he's played for like 8 other teams, but he's a New York Ranger. Like hands down, this guy, he should retire as a Ranger. So let's break down the lineup. So our first line, Rick Nash with Derek Brassard, Matt Zuccarello. Expect that first line to put in work tonight. Toronto's a young team, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be abusing them tonight. Expect Zuccarello to have like 2 assists. I'm looking at Rick Nash to score a goal. I'm looking at Brassard to score a goal. And for Zuccarello to have 2 assists, if not a goal. Zuccarello, he's I can't believe how big of a player he's been for this team. It's good to see that he stayed with the team. Like he's one of those heart and soul. He comes to work every game, and we have to respect that. Like he's really doing something extraordinary right now. Like his highlight reel goal, like for him to have a highlight reel goal versus the St. Louis Blues. Well, it was already something like, that's a good team. And for him to be abusing like that, to have a 3-point night, like you know that he's coming into his own. Like this, like I thought that 2014 was a breakout year for Zuccarello. Like expect this guy to be having the Stephen McDonald Award this year. All right, so our second line, that All-American line, of Chris Kreider with JT Miller and Derek Stepan. Good to see the way Kreider stood up for Stepan yesterday. Something incredible. In my mind, like Chris Kreider, he's doing everything. I was waiting for him to learn how to fight in a sense, because his strength, he's a beast. He really is. Like with that speed, with that strength, and now to see that he's rounded out his game, like he's not just a goal scorer. He's not just a speedy guy, playmaker. He's now an enforcer in a sense. And to see the way that JT Miller has been aggressive, like that line, they're playing with an edge now. I'm loving it. I really hope that Derek Stepan's all right, though, after taking that headshot. He did come back in the third, and like, I'll be honest, like, the fact that you look at, like, the Jets quarterback, what's his name, Smith or whatever, the fact that this guy, he's out for, like, 6 weeks with a broken jaw. I like the way Stepan, broken jaw, he's back the next game. Like, that's my point. Like, Stepan's a warrior, and the fact that, that he came back in the third goes to show you, like, hockey players are the toughest players, okay? They're playing 82 games a year, as opposed to seeing football players play once a week, 16, 17 games if they make the playoffs. I mean, it's incredible the fact that they even want to compare hockey players to football players. In my opinion, the hockey players are the toughest athletes. They really are, because they're playing 3-4 times a week sometimes. So our third line of Kevin Hayes, Oscar Lindberg, and Victor Stahlberg is another line that this really could be our second line. In a sense, our top 2 lines are like, it's like first line A, first line B. And then our third line's a second line, in my opinion. And our fourth line, that could be a third line for a different team. When you have Jared Stahl, who's an incredible face-off. He's a face-off guru, in my opinion. And then to have Dominic Moore over there, who's another guy who's incredible in the face-off circle and has speed. And then to have Jasper Fast there, the guy can penalty kill like nobody's business, and he's strong, okay? Like this guy, and he can score goals. So what a fourth line. Our defense, best defense in the entire league, in my opinion. If you look at it as a whole 6-man unit, best defense in the entire league. When you have Ryan McDonough and Dan Girardi there eating up big minutes. And then the second pairing, you have Dan Boyle, the salt and pepper beard, who won it for us in the shootout yesterday with Mark Stahl. I mean, the way you see Yandel and Kevin Klein there in the third pairing is just, That in my opinion is a second pairing. It really is. And our top four could be first pairing A, first pairing B. We could throw anybody out of those six guys, and any one of them could play in the top six there, and be incredible. Like it's absolutely like ridiculous how good, how stacked we are. And to have Lundqvist playing like he should be winning the Vezina if he keeps it up, and then Ranta, who's starting tonight, just playing like Cam Talbot, who like he's really doing work right now, and I'm glad to see that Ranta's getting a game in, and versus a team that should be able to be taken out. I'm really worried about the game on Thursday. I'm not even worried about the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm looking past this game to Tampa Bay Lightning, who have been a mediocre team this year. I think they're like 8-8 or something. Like they're really a bottom feeder team in a sense. Like if you look in the league, like they're mediocre. Like they're 8-3, 19 points. But for some reason, like when players that used to play for the Rangers play, they always seem to get goals, and they seem to be the reason we lose a game. Because it's like to be facing Callahan and Brian Boyle and Anton Strawman, that's big. This is a team, that's stacked in a sense, where they have Ben Bishop in net, but I'm not worried about Ben Bishop. I'll be honest, I'm worried about Steven Stamkos. I'm hoping that we could get past the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight, put in work, and focus on that game on Thursday. And if we come away with the win versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, hands down, this team is they're even better than last year. Like in the regular season sense of winning a President's Trophy. Like they're surpassing what they've done last season thus far. And when you look at it, in 17 games, to have 13 wins, 2 losses, and to come away with 2 points, in overtime losses, is something extraordinary. Like this really is the best 17-game start in the franchise history, and it seems like everybody's talking about it. It's the talk of the town right now. Like the Islanders, like I'm not even here. Like the Islander fans are in hiding right now. Like I'm not even hearing about the Islanders. It's like they've been irrelevant. They're 9-6-3. Like I guess that's mediocre. That's all right. It's still early in the season, but the fact that you have these fans from the Islanders and the Devils, and they want to talk all this crap. Come on. This isn't even luck. Like the Rangers are just hands down abusing the best team in the entire league, and it's remarkable. Anyway, I'll keep everybody posted. Remember, let's go Rangers.